Hello and good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to The Done Creative. Before we get into this pick a card reading, I just wanted to let you guys know I have a live stream channel where I go live doing readings over there a few times a week. And I also have a Patreon. And for this week's conspiracy theory live reading, live stream, we are going to be covering the Kurt Cobain conspiracy. And we are super excited for that. I know I'm not the only one over there who's super excited for that. But to be able to participate there, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the links for Patreon and my live stream channel. But for this pick a card reading, we're just going to do a quick and easy read, just something you need to know, a quick message from Spirit, whatever it is that needs to come through will come through. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on piles number 1, 2, or 3, and if more than one pile calls out to you, there may be messages in each pile for you. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as the top comment. Please though remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, your situation, and just go on ahead and leave the rest behind. If any of what you hear today interferes with your intuition, please listen to your intuition above all else. Alright, so without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, for those of you who selected card number 1, Mystery, this is going to be your message. And already with this mystery card, there is this air of mystery surrounding you. This next month or so is really the timeline Spirit's giving me, where other people are really going to be intrigued by your energy. Maybe you just give off this air of mystery because you're kind of pulling back your energy a little bit and getting, Spirit's like, getting selfish, but let's not phrase it that way. So just getting really selective with who you spend time with that is going to interfere with your vibe, so to speak. Of course, if you have to go to work or go out in the world, you can't just stay at home, but, you know, putting this bubble of protection around you or this kind of air of protection will give this air of mystery around you this month, coming month. This is really like month-long energy is really what Spirit's showing me here. But also mystery. Maybe you're really interested in mysteries or diving into the unknown. These are very 8th house things. Sexual attraction, mysticism, astrology, cold cases, all of these things are really coming to light here. All right, what else is going on for group 1? Anything else they need to know, please, Spirit? This one, the Devil. Ooh, pairing that up with mystery with the 8th house vibe. Get one more to round this out. Okay, 8 of Cups. Okay, this makes so much sense now. So some of you are learning the truth of a situation with this mystery as well. And because of that, you're realizing how you felt about someone or what you thought about the world or different systems in place or a person or your job or, you know, even your own belief systems. You're learning that they're not correct for you anymore, or maybe never were, but you're finally realizing this. And as a result of finding out the truth of a situation, you're moving away from it. Something that's no longer emotionally fulfilling you could be your own belief systems, could be a relationship, could be the material world, a relationship that's kind of weird, no contact, kind of ghosted, or they'll contact you when they need something kind of vibe. You're over it. You're walking away and you're going in a direction that's more fulfilling over this next month. Even if there's nothing really popping up on your radar, this just could be you overcoming some bad habits or just wanting to get your ish together, so to speak, so it doesn't have to be all dire straits and craziness. But, you know, if you got a lot going on in your life, this could just be letting you know you're walking away from something that is no longer emotionally fulfilling to you. And for the first time on my channel, I'm finally getting over my fear of my Lenormand deck. I still don't know much about Lenormand, but I'm just going to intuitively read these cards. So if what I say is different from the reading or the knowledge of your Lenormand knowledge, so to speak, I'm just reading these intuitively. So here we go. All right, anything else group 1 needs to know? Here we go. We have the heart with the guy here. And the number 24, which to me adds up to 6, well, which to everybody adds up to 6, but to me that number 6 really means balance, femininity, self-love, unconditional love for others. And we have a man depicted here. So if you are a female, maybe this is you realizing you deserve love from a male in your life, or if you already have a male in your life, maybe you're realizing you're not getting the type of love or enough love, and maybe some of you are walking away from that. Others of you, I do see this as a deepening of love with someone in your life. So let's see what we got here. And another one, these both look like kings to me. I could be wrong, but they both look like the King of Hearts and King of Clubs. So King of, man, I think it's, well, I definitely know this is King of Cups. Clubs, maybe King of Wands, but actually this is spades, not clubs. Gosh, I am smart today. King of Wands, that's really what Spirit's showing me, so I'm gonna roll with that, even if it's different. For the sake of this reading, that's what Spirit's saying is important. So King of Cups, King of Wands, you guys deserve someone who's going to emotionally invest in you and take action in your direction. So if you are not getting that from a love interest or even someone you've been with for a very long time, now is the time maybe not to leave this person, so to speak, but to change the dynamic within the relationship. Or if you're the one that's been a little bit emotionally unavailable or kind of, you know, held back, I know we are talking about kind of holding back your energy with someone. So maybe you are kind of taking a break with someone. I mean, this doesn't always have to be romantic. This could be any kind of more masculine authority figure in your life, or a friend, a male friend, and again, doesn't have to be male, but just someone presenting themselves in their more masculine kind of go-get-em energy is really what I'm seeing here. But you're moving away, some of you, from someone who may be even toxic, a friend, a family member, a boss, a coworker. You're over it, you're done. And this could even be your own toxic masculine traits of feeling like you have to continue moving on constantly and never giving yourself rest or breaks. You're breaking that belief system that you have to grind to be worth anything. You're breaking that over this next month, which is powerful. That's what we like to see here. Overcoming our woes. Also the number 3 here, that's a creative number. It also is a number of completion. So maybe, again, there is some completion here with the Eight of Cups, moving away from something. But as a result of that completion, you're getting a creative inspiration to start something new. We also have the author card, so that new thing you're starting could be a book, a novel, or just wanting to communicate more. But this is also about spirituality, devotion, and higher power. So wanting to devote yourself to something more emotionally fulfilling, which could be for you your spiritual life or your spirituality, your spiritual gifts. Really focusing on, you know, those 8th house things: divination, tarot, astrology, knowing your birth chart. These are all things you could be really wanting to discover about yourself. But it comes after a time of you releasing things that are no longer serving you. And we also have the Dreamer card here, which is hard to read. Imagination, desire, and exploration. I almost think they should have written this in white ink down here. But yeah, imagination, desire, and exploration. So this desire, pairing this up with the devil is a very sensual energy, also very 8th house energy as well. So you've got 3 instances of 8th house, and also higher powers can sometimes be associated with the 8th house, your psychic abilities associated with the 8th house, also the 12th house, also the 9th house is all about spirituality, devotion, and all of that as well. So maybe you've got some transits going on in your chart in these houses for you that are really amplifying this desire in you to get more spiritual with your life or have more spiritual connections with the people in your life. But maybe you're also having some really amazing dreams, some precognitive dreams, or some dreams that are giving you ideas that you can then ground into this reality. We've got a book here and a book here. So something to do with books, maybe writing a book, maybe reading a book, maybe coloring, maybe bullet journaling. I mean, I'm seeing all these different instances. Just reading for pleasure could be fun too. All right, let's get 2 more cards. Group number 1. Anything else they need to know, please? Spirit. Canary spirit, isn't that pretty? So cute. Sing your own song. And another 3. So we've got a 3 and a 3. 33. Master number 33. Let's get one more. Ooh, they're telling me it's this one. And we have the otter spirit. How cute. Another 6. So all these numbers, so 2 plus 4 is 6, 4 plus 2 is 6, the inverse. So maybe you're seeing 24 and 42, maybe looking up angel number 42 into 24 or 24, 42, and then 33. So adding this together, we've got 6 and 6, so 66. So angel number 66 and 33. Those master numbers are really popping for you guys. Maybe you're seeing these numbers on license plates, around town, on the clock. I know, although you don't see 66 on a clock because it rolls over before that. But with this otter spirit, it says here you are never alone. So even if you pull back your energy and you feel lonely as you do some emotional healing as well, your spirit's got your back. Spirit's with you. You're never truly and fully alone. So what I'm really seeing with the canary spirit pairing that up is with you singing your own song, it's like maybe before you walk away from something, you're letting someone know how they emotionally damaged you or affected you, or that, this job just wasn't what you thought it was, and you used to enjoy it, but it's no longer, hitting all the marks for you, so that's why you're having to walk away. And you speaking your truth will actually get other people to understand how they've transgressed against you, or how maybe their actions have been faulty in some way. But also, I think you're taking responsibility for your own actions as well with all of this, because singing your own song, even if you're off key or out of tune, you're still going to say it anyway. Like, it deserves to be said, and you deserve to say it. So yes, that's all I think I'm seeing for you, group number 1, but you will have to let me know below what you thought, if this resonated, and if you want to check out Patreon or my live stream channel, you can go ahead and check the links for that. This month, I did mention in the intro, we are, for the top tier patrons, diving into the Kurt Cobain conspiracy in a live stream. So that's going to be super fun. You can come and ask all the questions you've ever had about the Kurt Cobain conspiracy. And by conspiracy, I mean about his death. All right. So I hope to see you over there and again here. All right. Bye. All right. For those of you who selected pile 2 or the inner knowing card, this is going to be your message from Spirit. And I wanted to make these pretty quick, but group 1 wasn't really that quick, so I guess we'll see how quickly we can accomplish today's message, or not so quickly, depending. We'll see. But with this inner knowing here, this is all about you coming to understand things from a soul level or soul aspect. You're getting these epiphanies or realizations about who you are on a more soul level, not just from this ego standpoint of, I make this much money, I work this job, I am married to this person, I do these things. No. You're seeing yourself through the lens of your soul coming up. And much like group 1, Spirit's given me about a month out timeline. Between now and a month from now is when you're really coming to these realizations and these epiphanies and these aha moments about you and what it is you're here to do, your purpose, your soul mission here, which is pretty powerful. It's always good to know what the heck are we doing here. So let's get some additional guidance for group 2. Anything else they need to know, please, Spirit? We have, this came out in group 1. So yeah, that month timeline, this might be a collective thing going on, or a transit, collective energy already moving on from something that is no longer emotionally fulfilling you. And as a result, you have a new beginning, new energy, beginning something new. And because at the time of my filming this, we are currently in Mercury retrograde, and it's going to be going for about the next 3 weeks or so. This will be either the 1st or 2nd week of October that this one posts. So you still have maybe a couple weeks left of Mercury retrograde if you're watching at the time of my filming. If you're not, and this is later, figure out where Mercury retrograde is, or if you're currently experiencing it over the next month, because if you're not, you can hit the ground running right now. But if you are currently in a Mercury retrograde, I think there is just this time with this inner knowing here. Mercury retrograde is a great time to go within and really get that self-knowledge and re-examine your life from the inside out. Pairing that up with the 8 of Cups, beautiful energy for emotional healing, shadow work, inner child work, closing out cycles from the past, cutting cords, walking away from jobs, people, situations that are no longer serving your highest good. But as a result of you doing these things, you have a new beginning, especially in the form of communication. Maybe you're getting communication that you got the job, or that school program you applied for, or that scholarship, it came through and you were accepted, or you won the scholarship, or whatever it is. But this is victory, this is happiness, this is success. But again, this is the beginning of something new. This isn't the realization of this thing happening. But after you doing this healing work, you're being presented a new opportunity, especially with communication. Some of you, this could be an online opportunity, a social media opportunity, or just media in general, advertising. You're putting yourself out there. That's what you're doing. You're putting yourself out there. All right, and as I described, in, or talked about in group 1, this is a Lenormand deck that I'm finally bringing out to play. I'm still very new to Lenormand. I've had this deck for a very long time, but it's kind of intimidating me a little bit, and I'm someone who likes to read intuitively rather than by the book, so if my interpretations of the Lenormand are a lot different than what you know from the book or from your own experience, just take it as it resonates or not, but I'm reading these intuitively today. Alright, anything else Group 2 needs to know? Anything Spirit wants Group 2 to know right now? Message for Spirit. Oh, and it's interesting because as I was shuffling these just to get them cleared and ready for today's reading, this one flew to the floor. And I'm like, wow, that's such an 8 of Cups vibe. Just looking at the imagery here with the moon in the distance, the traditional Rider-Waite depiction. This one's very similar, but you don't see the moon in the background. So you've got basically 2 8 of Cups energies, in my opinion, with a crescent moon. Let's get one more and we'll really dive into these energies for you. Anything else, Group 2? Okay, and 26 with this book here. I love all the book imagery between Groups 1 and 2 already. We've got a book here, and we've got books have spilled out of this little satchel here as well. So there's knowledge, there's learning, especially that inner knowing, that inner knowledge about yourself. Group 1 was all about learning all those 8th house things, astrology, divination, learning tarot, or, you know, if you already know these things, just really diving in with a fine-tooth comb and learning even more. Human design, personality types, could even be diving into cold cases or true crime, which here this October, when you're watching this, if you're watching this in October, or if you're watching it later, it's available now over on Patreon for my top tier patrons for our conspiracy theory reading live stream of the month. We are focusing in on Kurt Cobain. So maybe, because I'm talking about it, maybe you guys are really interested in that case. You know, a lot of people believe the official story, but others don't, so we're diving into it. But what I really do see with this is you guys emotionally walking away from something after you learning the truth about something. Could even just be your own belief systems crumbling away. We had that vibe in Group 1 as well. But you're learning a lot more about yourself, about the world, in a way that you're going to want to take action in a new and improved way. Walking away from something old, closing out that old cycle. 32 adds up to 5, which is all about change, making changes, closing out cycles to have a new beginning, a new start, creativity, passion, communication, all wrapped up into one. Like I mentioned in Group 1, maybe some of you are wanting to write a book or start a blog, or, you know, even like more of a video diary, like a vlog. Maybe even, you know, just improving, if I could talk, improving your online presence, or, you know, increasing the numbers of followers you're getting, but you're taking action in a direction that you feel very inspired by. That is definitely, you know, on the table here. All right, what else is going on? Whoa, we've already got 1 or 2 that have fallen out. Let me grab it. Looks like it's just 1. Okay, we got Ace of Paper, Pulp. So you've got the Page of Swords here, which is a new beginning, Ace of Paper, which is a new beginning, malleability, aptitude, and versatility. And that aptitude word really does remind me of school or learning something, right? We're learning a lot about ourselves, especially, or about the way the world operates, especially, hidden knowledge, especially. So with this malleability that comes with this Ace of Paper card, you guys are learning to adapt to new ways. After leaving something behind, doing some healing, you're ready to try new things, new hobbies, new ways of operating, new ways of having your day-to-day routine go. All of these things are, you know, happening for you over this next month. But you're also being very versatile in the way that you know, maybe one day you're trying one thing and the next day you're switching it up. Because you're just trying new things. I just heard you're getting your sea legs. Spirit's like, you're getting your sea legs for something new, which is really exciting. All right, what else is coming in hot for Group 2? The Ritual. Oh, this is so powerful. Magic, power, and action. Well, action, and then that number 8 there, action. You're taking action. You're learning that inner magic. You're learning you are more powerful than you ever gave yourself credit for. And you're taking this power and you're channeling it into something that is concrete. Could be a book, could be, you know, your own dang self. Just switching up your wardrobe, or, you know, going back to your roots, going back to what means the most to you, and becoming that version of yourself that you know is in there that you've missed, maybe from the past, or a version of yourself that you've always known was in there but maybe felt unreachable at times. Like your highest potential. That's what we're talking about here. You're on the road to tapping into your highest potential. That is how powerful this freaking reading is for you guys, Group 2. This is masterful. All right. What else is coming in hot for Group 2? Please, Spirit, anything else you want to talk about today? Please, Spirit. Okay. I want the top one of these. Oh, the deer. Bring a gentle touch. So you're not like coming in like a wrecking ball, Miley Cyrus. No. You are coming in at this from a very, you know, it's like an unfurling of a rose. It doesn't just go, it slowly unfurls, and that fragrance gets sweeter and sweeter. It's a slower process than maybe you want. You know, patience might be key here. But again, with that 18, 1 + 8 is 9. You're closing out an old cycle. And being gentle with yourself, with others, as you go through this kind of realignment process, this, you know, way of trying new things, being very gentle and giving yourself some grace as you try new things, try on new hats, and see what works for you and what doesn't. Be very gentle with yourself and others through this process. And boy, is it ever a process. We've got the butterfly spirit here. Transformation is beautiful. Even though it feels yucky at times, it's still very beautiful. And you have master number 11 here. So maybe you're seeing a lot of 1111. Really, you can look up any of these angel numbers here. 32, 26, 18, 11, any combination of those together. Maybe you want to look up 1832. Maybe that's a year that means something to you. I don't know. Or 1126, or, you know, adding this together, 8 and 5, 85 or 58. You know, use these numbers to your advantage however you see fit. Use your intuition to look these up if you would like to. Just some additional homework I like to give people if they would choose to take it. Extra credit, if you will. But yeah, with this butterfly spirit, you are transforming. You're healing through things that are no longer serving you. And I just heard also with this moon here in this card, illusions. You know, the truth is being revealed. We've already kind of touched on that, but especially the truth about yourself, that inner knowing. You're realizing you are not powerless to, you know, life. You have more power. You are more sovereign. You have more freedom than you've ever given yourself credit for. And now is the time to step into your own authenticity and your own power. Whew. Lots of transformation and change coming for you. And even though these are exciting changes for most of you, even exciting changes can be a little scary, a little difficult, a little precarious. But look, you guys are malleable. You're versatile. You can work your way through it and feel excited. So even if it does feel scary, take that leap of faith, because there's only good things on the horizon for you if you follow your heart, follow your intuition, and heal through things that are holding you back so that you can reach these pinnacles of your potential. Ooh, Spirit, you are delivering today. I love it. You guys will have to let me know below what you thought, if this resonated, any stories you want to share. I always love to hear from you. And remember, if you want to check out my Patreon or my live stream channel, links for both of those are in the description below. And as always, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you, Group 2, right here back at the Done Creative. All right, bye. All right, Group number 3. I've tried to make these messages as quick as possible, but it's really not that quick today. But, you know, that's okay, because Spirit's saying you wanted a quick video, but you're not getting it, because these people need more guidance than just a quick little message. So we're rolling with it. So you guys selected the Re-Energize card. And at the time of my filming this is actually Mercury retrograde. So if you're watching at the time of my posting, then it's still Mercury retrograde for you as well. But if you're watching this at a later date, maybe check in if you are experiencing Mercury retrograde currently or not. And kind of the timeline Spirit was giving me with the groups 1 and 2 was about a month out. So from between now and a month from now is kind of where this reading is taking you, energetically speaking. But re-energize. Some of you are burned out. Some of you just need a hot minute to catch your breath and do some self-care and just re-examine your priorities and just know what direction you're going. There's been a lot going on. Even if it doesn't feel like it on the surface, energetically speaking, there is a lot going on in your lives. Again, with your kind of energy, your health, just maybe feeling very worn down, low, lethargic, exhausted. I'm picking up very 4 of Swords energy with this. So yeah, let's see what else is coming in. Any other messages for Group 3? Anything they need to know? Anything Spirit wants to highlight? or point out. Okay, we had 1 come in. We got 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, whatever it is you guys are working on in your lives, you're not to the finish line yet, but you're able to still gain a little bit of yeah, you're still, if I could talk, you're still able to reap some rewards of this hard work you put in. Again, it's not quite time to, you know, have the harvest, so to speak, that the, say, 9 of Pentacles will bring you. But you haven't quite hit the major part of the work yet. Even if those of you that feel very exhausted and worn out, this one wants to come out, and this one did too. Oh, there's our 9 of Pentacles. Ah, yes, thank you, Spirit. But what I'm seeing with this is, even though this hard work isn't completely finished, I think by the end of this 1 month mark, look at all this abundance is ready to just reach up. It's so ripe. Only some of this is ripe, but she's able to kind of cherry pick a couple of things off the tree here to really taste those just desserts along the way. But the bridge between the 2 of these here, because we have 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles is missing for the progression here, but then 9 of Pentacles. So standing in for the 8 of Pentacles is the King of Cups, and to me this is such a self-care king. So taking care of your emotional health, especially emotional health, is so important. He's got a cup here, which most King of Cups are holding a cup, so that's no surprise. But what Spirit's really highlighting for me is making sure you're getting enough water, making sure you're drinking healthy beverages, and cutting out those beverages that maybe tax your adrenals, like too much coffee, too much caffeinated beverages. Especially lay off the energy drinks. If you're somebody who's on those energy drinks, they are so bad for our health. Of course, I get it. You know, we have our little vices and everything, but if you are someone who's really, you know, I don't know if I want to use the word addicted, but it's hard for you to not, let's put it that way, maybe re-examine some of your connections, especially with what you're drinking or consuming with your mouth. Could even be food. Just re-examine, are you getting the best nutrition for your body, for your health? That's what's going to get you from just a little bit of reward to a lot of bit of reward, because our physical vessel is the vehicle that our soul rides around in, or many would argue that the body is contained within the soul rather than the other way around, that we try to fit it as. But still, your body is the physical containment that your soul utilizes in this 3D world. So taking the utmost care of this, because we can't trade this body in, at least, you know, scientifically, not that I know about. And we probably don't make enough money to even pay for it if it was possible, but this is the only vessel we get. So you wouldn't buy a brand new car or have a beautiful car and then drive around and put sugar in the gas tank, or, you know, oil in the gas tank. You would put gas in the gas tank because that's what it calls for. So getting back to basics with what your body desperately needs nutritionally, because the standard American diet ain't it. It really ain't it. And man, it's so bad how far we've gotten from our natural way of being and natural way. But again, our bodies are such masterful creations that our bodies have adapted very well to, quote unquote, the standard American diet. And yeah, maybe we're shaving years off our lifespan, but we're still able to have that longevity because we are being helped by Spirit. This light that's coming into this planet is helping us live longer with ailments that should have taken us out long ago. Wow, I could really go in with some agendas here, but I'm gonna cut it off for censorship purposes. And let's continue. But yes, that hard work is paying off for you guys very soon. By the end of this month, you're gonna see a lot of rewards for that hard work you've put in. For someone, that could be a raise, a promotion, just more income, more leisure time where you're working smarter, not harder, I'm really seeing as well. All right, let's get some additional guidance for group 3. 36 with the cross, and to me this is really representing your spiritual practice. You know, I know crosses tend to be considered a Christian thing, but I'm not reading it like religion. I'm reading this as more spirituality. And right above that, over here we have the mountain, I think, and there's a bit of a storm rolling in. So over this next month there may be some stormy times. Some dark seas here. You know, she's the darkest depiction of the 3 selections we had here. So maybe a little bit of darkness, a little bit of shadow coming to the light to be healed. But this is a good thing. because you've got the King of Cups in the middle down here to stabilize any emotions that are out of whack or that need to come up and be released. This King of Cups doesn't let his emotions take him over. This King of Cups feels and rides through his emotions and stays very even-keeled throughout. And that's really how I'm seeing you being able to ride this thing out. And you've got also here, this looks like a King of Swords to me. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not 100% up with the Lenormand. Just using my intuition. So King of Swords energy. So you've got two kings here. So taking on a more authoritative role in your own life, taking control of your life. If things have felt out of control or chaotic around your home, your work, in your relationships, you're taking back, you know, with this re-energize here, you're taking stock and doing that life review. Like, do I really want to continue like this? Is this serving me? You know, asking all those hard-hitting questions and then feeling your way through it. All right, what else is coming in? But yeah, one of the ways you're emotionally feeling your way through this is with the help of spirit, with this, you know, more spiritual aspect of this card here. Yeah, that's really what I see with that for sure. What else is coming in? Okay, this one. And one more, please, spirit. That's too many. All right, let's get one. Okay, they want this one. Okay, 4 of ink, pen. I don't think I've ever drawn this card, so it's going to be interesting what happens here. So the train, transition, travel, and liminal space. So yeah, you guys are going through, you know, this next month is a bit of a kind of stasis period, or a period of you moving from one thing to another, which is a very collective energy through all 3 piles today. You're kind of in this between worlds kind of feeling. For some of you, this could be you really teetering the line between 3rd dimensional consciousness and 5th dimensional consciousness, where I think you're tipping the scales into 5th dimensional consciousness if we look at this beautiful Nine of Pentacles here. And the way to get there is through your emotional life, through your emotions. Feeling your way through 3D over to 5D is really how you're going to do it. But some of you may actually be traveling over this next month or so. And again, if you're traveling during Mercury retrograde, just know that there may be delays, there may be canceled flights and things like this. So just be aware and have kind of a backup plan if you can, if that's what's going on. Even if it's not Mercury retrograde, these things can happen. But some of you are maybe feeling called to go on a trip, to travel, to visit someone you haven't seen in a while. We also, with this 4 of ink pen card here, manifestation, communication, and clarity. So this is such an Ace of Swords vibe. Pairing that up with this King of Swords, which he's holding that sword there, that Ace of Swords, you're going to be able to manifest your hard work rewarded. You're going to be able to manifest this by, instead of adding more work to the pile and doing more things, stepping back your energy, which we talked about in group 1, I think it was group 1. Pulling back your energy and kind of getting into that more divine feminine. It's like once you've planted the seeds and you've taken care of the crops, I mean, there's not a lot more action you can do besides, you know, just kind of tend to them daily, very, very subtle ways. Very more divine feminine and nurturing ways, rather than, you know, the divine masculine of action, of tilling the soil, planting the seeds, hauling the water, you know, making sure the crops are growing and putting up like string, like Spirit's showing me like string beans or pea pods. Like if you're growing peas, you want to have something for them to climb. You know, these are all more divine masculine action-oriented energies, where the divine feminine might kind of nurture and putter around the garden a little bit, you know, just making sure that, you know, the moisture level's good, and, you know, the more subtle actions. That's what Spirit wants you to do, is step back, do that internal work, and do more subtle actions, because all that hard work you've already invested and put in is already, I mean, you don't have to keep replanting the seed day after day after day hoping it's going to grow. No, you plant it once. And that's the same thing with manifestation, you know. It's like putting your order in with the waiter, and only if it's been a really long time and you haven't seen anything from the waiter or heard anything about your food, that only then do you inquire with the waiter, like, hey, is my order coming? Every time he passes the table, you're not like, hey, where's my order? Hey, where's my order? Hey, I mean, some people might do that. I don't do that. But it's kind of like planting the seed and being patient, and maybe doing the hard work to really get things started, but then pulling back and doing the more subtle actions, more receptive, more divine feminine, nurturing actions. Especially with that 6 there. That's a very nurturing energy, divine flow energy, being in the flow of life. Balance energy, not grinding, and not giving yourself time for self-care. No, this is a self-care number. And number 36 is that 9, which is about closing out those old cycles where you were working, because that's not how we're meant to be. We're meant to work, take a break, work, take a break, because we feel re-energized and rejuvenated when we do come back with our energy again. I'll move these up so we can make it look a little prettier when I get the next 2 cards out. All right. Woo, that one wants out. Oh, that came out in group 1. Or was it 2? One of the groups. Let's get one more, please, Spirit. I think it was group 1. I don't remember. Ooh, I love this one too. Whale Spirit as well. So what do we have going on here? We had the Canary come out first. So Canary Spirit, sing your own song with the number 12. So this is you know, maybe pulling back your energy like we talked about in group 1 as well, and realizing that I don't need to push so hard. I don't need to show up like that Miley Cyrus wrecking ball. I can take a breath and just do things my way. Be my authentic self. Wear that crown of the kings you've got going on here. 2 kings have come. You are your own authority. You're doing things your way, your authentic way, with your authentic self. Showing up and speaking your truth and communicating your own truth from your authentic self again. Getting that clarity about who you are on a more soul level so that you can bring more of that light to this planet. Also with the 65, that adds up to 11, master number 11. Whale Spirit, trust the great mystery. And we really did talk about mystery in group 1 because it was the card they used to select the piles. So I don't know, some of you may have selected piles 1 and 3, or if you haven't, maybe there's an additional message over there if you want to check her on out. But trusting the great mystery, trusting. With this king, he trusts the flow of life. He trusts the flow of his emotions. He doesn't let these things overpower him, or he doesn't resist or fight against them. No, he flows with them. So trusting the great mystery of life and the flow, I keep seeing like a river flowing very quickly. When we try to fight against it, it tires us out and we can't get anything done. But when we just surrender to it and release the need to control everything, we're flowed exactly where we need to go. I mean, have you ever been anywhere you shouldn't have been? I mean, many people can argue, yeah, that time when I got carjacked, or that time when, you know, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But really, on a soul level, we're never in the wrong place at the wrong time. So everything you've experienced, you were supposed to, even if it sucked, even if it was hard and nasty, and you're still dealing with the fallout of whatever happened. This was part of your soul's divine mission to come here and put in the work and invest the time to overcome, especially those things that were very emotionally heavy for you, so that you could ultimately reach your potential and your goals in life. Wow. This was powerful, group 3. Yeah, again, not a very quick message, but that's okay. I just won't label this a quick message from Spirit. It'll just be a message from Spirit, which it was, and it was a great one. So I hope this resonated for you, group 3. If you were interested in either my live stream channel, where I go live doing readings a few times a week, or my Patreon, we are really going in and getting a groove going now that it's no longer brand new. Things are really amping up over there. We're really getting to know each other. It's just a fun place to hang out. And like I had spilled in all the other groups, for this month's conspiracy theory live stream for the top tier, we are diving into the Kurt Cobain conspiracy, and I know I'm not the only one, we are really excited for that. So I hope to see you over there if you want to check that out. The link for that and my live stream channel is in the description below. If you're watching this later, this live stream may have already happened. I'm planning it around mid-October, so be there, or maybe check it out later if you'd like. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. So thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative. All right, bye.